Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and thanks for joining in wherever you're joining us from. Drop a comment to let us know where you're watching from. So, good evening. My name is Vandeline, and I am from the Caritech IT Academy. As you already know, we train people in the fields of database administration, Azure cloud computing, and Microsoft SQL database administration. And this evening, we are here to let you know how three amazing people transitioned from their fields to database administration, or rather, became IT experts from scratch. So, we are going to detail how the Caritech IT Academy took them from point A to point B, making them experts in no time. So if you're interested in this information, kindly share the stream with your friends, invite as many people as you can. And once again, you are welcome to the stream. So, like I already told you, I have three incredible people on the stream with me this evening. And if you're ready, I'm just going to bring them on screen. They are Mr. Elvis Weber. You're welcome to the stream.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure to have you. We also have Esther.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Hi, Esther. It's a pleasure having you. And the amazing Florence.
Hello.
Hello, Florence. Hi. How's everyone doing today?
You're doing good.
Yeah,
You look it too. You all look amazing. It's a pleasure to have you all on set today. I mean, it's not every day that you get this number of senior database administrators in one place. So once again, you're welcome.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure being with you today.
thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
You're most welcome. And the topic of our discussion today is how you transitioned from your previous careers to become IT experts through the Caritech IT Academy's training, professional training and certification program. So this evening, I would like the three of you to just let everyone know how easy or how difficult it was to make this transition. But before that, I would love to give a quick shout out to all of those who are watching us from back home, wherever you are at your job sites. It's Sunday, but some people still work on Sunday. So wherever you're watching us from, it's a warm welcome from us here in the studio. Just drop a comment. Let us know where you're watching us from. And most importantly, share the stream with your friends. Share the stream with your network. So I'm going to give our guests 1 minute to quickly share our live stream with their contacts on Facebook and on YouTube. We're also live on YouTube this evening. So we're live in 2 locations at once, which is amazing because that's a first for Caritech IT. So I'll just give you a minute to all stream. I'm going right here, just so we have as many people on board as possible. This is amazing information and we don't want anyone to miss out. So while we share the stream, kindly do the same from your homes, from wherever you're watching. Kindly share with your network, share with as many groups as possible so that we can have a full house this evening. And of course, give us a thumbs up. I can see a thumbs up. Thank you so much for that. Give us as many likes as you can, guys. Give us as many likes as you can. Information will share to might change your life. If it doesn't change your life, it might change the life of someone you know. So share the stream, guys. Share with your networks. Share as much as you can so that we can proceed from there. Are you done sharing? Share with your group, all groups. Yes, Mr. Elvis, are you done sharing?
Exactly.
How many groups have you shared to?
I'm still doing so even. Eh,
Okay, thank you so
Let me
much.
just
Go ahead and share, please. There's no point if we just sit here and talk to ourselves. So, I mean, keep sharing, guys. Share the live stream. Good. Sharing is done. Okay, I think I'm done sharing, and I suppose we are all done too.
exactly.
If we are, then we can get right into business. So, today we are talking about how we transitioned from our previous careers to become experts in the field of IT. And I would just like all of us, or each of us on the panel today, to give everyone a brief introduction: who you are, what you do right now, and what you did previously, and then we can pick up from there. So I think maybe we'll go by the order on which we appear on screen. I would like to start with Mr. Elvis, if you don't mind.
Okay. Thank you so much for inviting me to this platform. I'm honored. I feel like it's the best time I've ever done this. So, like you already see on your screen, viewers, I'm Elvis Weber, a database administrator, like you should have seen on the flyers, and like I was introduced. So, I'm a database administrator today, coming from a zero IT background, like the flyer has told you and is still telling you. But transitioning to this was never an easy task. It
That's
did so
fine. We will
much.
come to that. So we are more interested now in where were you before now? What were you
Yeah,
before you came?
I'm coming from a social background study. I was in a commercial world, then I now transitioned into IT.
Okay, so Mr. Elvis transitioned from commercials, everything commercial, to information technology, and today he's a senior database administrator. Thank you so much for that, Mr. Elvis. I think we move over to Florence. Would you want to give us like a brief introduction?
Hi everyone, Florence.
Hello.
I'm a database administrator. I joined Kia with Tech with zero IT background because I was in the nursing field. But today I'm very proud of what I've become all because of Kia with Tech. So I'm encouraging each and every one of you watching me right now with any doubts in your mind that you should go for it. You will not regret it.
Amazing. Thank you so much. So Florence transitioned from nursing to information technology. Today she is a senior database administrator. You already know that. So over to you, Esther. Would you want to tell us a bit about yourself and where you came from?
Hi, everybody. My name is Esther Dosu. As you can see, I'm a database administrator. My journey was a little bit unconventional because I had a bachelor in information system, but I was a braider. That's where I transitioned from. I was braiding. I used to own my salon, so that's where I'm coming from. But coming to Tech was the best thing that I did. I don't regret it at all. And I didn't went to school, but school wasn't helping me get the job that I wanted to land. So, but coming to Tech, he enabled me to be where I am today, and I'm very, very happy that I came across Tech, and I have the job that I have today. And if anyone want to join and they are doubting, because at first I was doubting, don't doubt, just do it. You will not regret it. Thank you.
Amazing. Don't doubt. Just do it. You will not regret it. So
Yes.
Esther came from a braiding background. She was braiding. I mean, she did business administration, but she was braiding when she decided to make the transition over to become an IT expert. And she is that today, working from the comfort of her own home, making the six-figure income that some people think is still a myth. So, guys, we have three amazing senior database administrators right here today to tell you how they made the move. Elvis from a social background to an IT expert, Florence from a nursing background to an IT expert today, and Esther from a braiding hair salon background to a database administrator today. So, who are you? What do you do? What do you aspire to do? If IT is one of them, I mean, you are in the right place. Share with your network and join us. Why not? You have all the contacts at the bottom of your screen. So we are going to be breaking down how these amazing people made this transition. Oh, someone says I'm late. Gerald, you're very much in time. No, you're not late. Welcome to the stream. It's a pleasure to have you. Just let us know where you're all watching from. Just drop a comment. Let us know where you are watching from. I'm in Rhineland-Palatinate in Germany. Elvis?
I'm in Sugarland, Texas, USA.
Yeah, Florence?
I'm in Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas. And Esther?
Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh my God, we have the entire globe here tonight. You know, when the US is represented, every other country. So let us know where you're watching from. Are you from Germany maybe? Are you watching from the US, watching from the UK? Last time we had people from Freetown, Sierra Leone, and it was really amazing to have you on the stream. So share with your networks, and this information just might change your life. If you're sitting on the fence, doubting, this is your chance to hear from people who have made this transition and have their lives comfortable today, all thanks to the training, the hands-on training that we provide at the Kiawitech IT Academy. So right now, we already know, oh yeah, someone says watching from, oh, where's that? Watching from Tomball, Texas. Yes, Dennis, you're welcome to the stream. Kindly share with your friends. Let everyone know that we are here right now talking IT. So we already know where everyone went from. And now I would just want to know from you, what made you want to transition? You, Elvis, from a social background to information technology. What was that click? What made you want to move?
Yeah, the first thing is, I would say I was always open to opportunities. But most of the time, it needed somebody who was already in the field, whom I was already seeing thriving, to push me into taking such a decision. First, how I became, I had little idea as far as database administration is concerned. I remember sometime when I was still working with in the commercial field, but with a technical company. Once in a while, when we have issues, we will have to go through. They say the IT guy. There was always this guy, the IT guy in the company, that if your ID or something has an issue, you're unable to get into the network, go to the IT guys. So I started developing that interest in this whole IT something. But then I did not know exactly where I was heading to with the IT idea. So I continued in the commercial field for a long time after having gone through my social studies in university. And then at one point, somebody close to my heart was part of the IT. I saw her progress in the whole idea, and she kept encouraging me. Then I said, okay, if that be the case, let me try as well. I started up my studies in Cameroon. I'm from Cameroon. It wasn't easy. We used to have network challenges. I myself, I go to work and I come back in the evening. I have to rush and make sure that I have some homework to do. I might not have done it. I'm struggling, and then the class is about to start. Then when the class starts, because the whole program is a kind of chain, so I was really confused at one point. I could barely go through the program successfully. But Thankfully, today I will say I'm grateful to this special person to me, and most especially to Dr. Kiawi Dennis, who at every point in time, the CEO for Kiavitech IT Academy, every point in time, looked out after us and was like, I haven't seen you in class. How is the studies going? Even when you are in class, you don't answer questions, you don't ask questions. I don't see you practicing. What is happening? At that point, it dawned on me that, oh, actually, the second person asking me this after my own personal person, I had to stand up for it. So I
Very
was
good.
running in between. So when I finally committed myself through the process, it just started flowing. But then going through and then getting a job, it's a whole ballgame. You need a community like Kiavitech IT Academy that is encouraging, takes you, because one of the best things that ever happened to me in this process was I was able to go through the training group. That's where I was encouraged. I passed through the pre-training group and now got to the class where
Okay.
we had
Elvis, I think we are gonna have time to come to the details. I just wanted us to like know like just that one little click. What made you want to make this change? We have a long evening and then everyone's gonna get time. We'll have time to go into the details, but let's just hear from Florence.
Okay.
Florence, what made you want to transition from your previous field, from nursing to IT?
Yeah, so for me, my husband was already a database administrator, but he was doing Oracle, not SQL. So, and tried, I've tried Oracle database administrator, but I've tried doing it, but I couldn't like, it didn't really, I was not understanding anything. So I was doing nursing. I love to do nursing because I love to help people, but I wanted to do something that I can sit from the comfort of my home and work. Like I can earn money from home. So yeah, one day I'm a doctor and I met the doctor was like, just come and join us. You don't have to pay us. No, doctor, I've done everything. I've done database. I've done Oracle. I've done Chrome. I've done mortgage. I've done everything. But okay, just come. Just come. Even for 2 months, don't pay me. Just come. If you don't like it, you can go. You don't have to pay me. Okay. So that's how I joined. And even when I joined, I was not really, really serious about it because some of the times I take my classes in Walmart. I'm with my phone. I'm walking around shopping and I'm just listening to whatever they are saying. I'm like, okay, let me just listen. So when I saw some other people that I knew that they were doing a correctional officer, they were correctional officers. When I saw them like really interested in the class, I'm like, why am I not doing this? So that's how I started putting all my effort into the program. And it was
Thank you so much. So you wanted something you could do from the comfort of your home. I mean, you loved nursing as a job, but it was not giving you the life that you wanted. So you wanted a change of lifestyle. Okay. Elvis's reason was he had, I would say his better health was in the field already. Same like you,
Exactly.
Florence. You had
Yeah.
you had a bit more of a reason. You had
Yeah.
your better health was in the field, and then you
And
also
she kept
wanted
pushing
life.
me. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's education.
So you were pushed by your better health to
Exactly.
come on, join me. And Florence same, but Florence also wanted to be able to work from the comfort of her own home. So let's hear from you, Esther. What made you want to make the change from your hair braiding? I know it's probably fun to braid hair and you have no constraints and all of that. So, but what made you want to make a change?
Yeah, I used to love hair braiding. I used to love braiding because everything I
Oh,
do
you do.
is fashion. Yeah, but after I graduated from the university in information system, I was looking for a job in the IT field. And every interview you go to, I don't, when they ask me questions, I just don't know what they are talking about. Yes, I did study database administration at school. We study project management, everything, but they don't give you they don't give you what you're supposed to be doing in the job. So every time I'll go to an interview, I'll get stuck. and I and I get so frustrated. One day I have an interview and I just went on my LinkedIn looking for people who helped me in my interview. That's where I met Norris, and Norris told me about Kerry Tech, and I was tired because I just finished the university. I didn't want to learn anything. But I just like, let me just try this. This will be my last like attempt to to do something. So I came, and from day one, I love what they teach you, like exactly what you're supposed to do at work. That is what I really love about Career Tech. Everything that they teach you here when you go to work is exactly the same thing. That's
Amazing.
how
Amazing. I mean, so how much more interesting can this get? So Elvis was pushed. I mean, I think we have like the best combination here today. We have like a representation of everybody out there. Those who want like a better lifestyle for themselves, those who are just being pushed by others, come and try this, come and try this. And those who are looking for like practical hands-on information, practical hands-on training that can take them from the classroom to their job site and not leave them hanging on what to do or how to go about it. So I think the three of you are a perfect representation of the people we have out there today. I know there are so many doubting Thomases who don't know if IT is something they can do or not, because when they hear IT, they think of all this JavaScript, all SEO, all the big terms and all the HTMLs, all the big I don't know, whatever you have. So, but let me hear from you guys today. You are IT experts, certified from the Kerry Tech IT Academy. I want to hear from you today. We all know, we all agree that you went from backgrounds that Esther had a bit of a relationship in her training to information technology, but it was not exactly what database administration is. So I can still say, I can still say it's like a zero background in the field into a full IT expert today. So what I want to know from you guys is, what did you think about information technology before you came into Kerry Tech IT Academy? I would start with Esther this time. Let's go with you.
For me, information technology, I knew it was about computers, has to do with computers. But since I studied a little bit in school, because in school, in school, they just teach you like the queries, how to select, how to join. But at work, that's not what you do. Unless
Exactly.
you are, yeah, that's not what you do. So school was just like reading the books. But when you come to Kerry Tech, it's something a whole lot different. But I really
Okay.
love Kerry Tech because they take you step by step. They teach you what you're supposed to do, what you're supposed to know. I'm telling you, it is awesome. Seriously, I regret going to school if I have been doing
Feels like wasted years, doesn't it?
yeah, I wouldn't have done for you. Seriously. So,
Okay, great. Thank you so much. So, I mean, you already had you had like basic idea of what information technology was, and you were not among those who thought that it was like all this rocket science and all of that. So, let me come to you, Elvis. What did you think about information technology prior to joining the Kerry Tech IT Academy?
I just go by the word you used. It was rocket science. And for some reason, when I joined the class, one of the words my instructor kept repeating was, "Don't think that this training is rocket science." That at one point, instead of encouraging me, he was scaring me because each time he said so, whatever he was teaching was seemed to be the contrary to what he was saying. So it was actually the rocket science. That's the belief I had. And then in addition, I used to think that it was meant for some other person, not myself. So I never really saw myself to be part of the IT family, not to this level.
And just to recall that you came from a social background. So that was like,
Exactly.
yeah, that had absolutely nothing to do with science in any way.
Yeah. I knew that all I did was maybe do my basic computing if I had to do reports and all of that, but nothing to that other level.
Okay, perfect. That's very good to know. And then I'll come to you now, Florence. What did you know or think about information technology prior to joining the Caritech IT Academy?
For me, I've always had a phone, computer. I know how to play, so my contact, my apps, and I know how to track them whenever I want them. And everybody, it's a database administration. Everybody is great. You might not know it, but if you have a phone, an Apple phone, and you're managing it well, you don't lose no contacts, no pictures. Then you are a database administrator.
Amazing. That sounds like that's like you've chewed it to bits and someone can just swallow. So, but I want to know, prior to joining Caritech or prior to becoming a database administrator, would you have understood if someone told you that a field or a branch of information technology could just be likened to managing data or managing the stuff you have on your phone?
No, definitely.
Okay, so I think from what all three of you have said, we agree that prior to your training as database administrators, you could never have imagined that it was meant for everyone, including you.
Right.
Okay, so let us go from there now. Now that, okay, you had all of these preconceptions, just like the rest of us and everyone out there, IT is for the super smart, it's for the nerds, it's for those who can write in strange languages like Java and script and all of that. So now, if somebody were to ask you, what is information technology? What would you, as a certified database administrator, say? I'd love to start with Florence this time.
Okay, so for me, like whenever I try to talk, because I go around talking to people who I want to like, for me, when I try to explain to them, as especially database administration I'm doing, I'll be like, okay, you have WhatsApp, right? Like that. You have an Apple phone or Android phone. Like that. Okay. Whenever you lost your phone, how do you do to get back your contacts? Or what do you do to get back your picture? Like, oh, they back it up to the cloud, and whenever they have their new phone, they just try to bring it back. Just like the WhatsApp, whenever you change your phone, you have backups of WhatsApp that goes on, I think, every 2 a.m. So that is just what we do. We take backups, we manage our data, just like you managing your phone. You want to make sure nobody comes to your phone and steals a contact or goes to your pictures. There are some pictures that we don't want people to see. So you are putting a password in that phone, putting a password so that way only authorized people who you have authorized, you have given them your password to enter that phone can have the ability to enter it. That's just what we do as a database administrator. It's just our phone is like the company out there. You managing your phone is a company. It's just as simple as that.
Amazing. That sounds easy. I have a question at the end of this, but let's go to Elvis next. You as a certified database administrator, what would you say database administration is to the common man out there? The person who thinks about the rocket science, who is still in this bubble.
Exactly. So I will start by talking about IT, since we're talking about IT in general. So there are so many fields like Florence and Esther must have already explained. She started off with a different field before coming back to database administration. First of all, the first thing is for you to believe in what you're doing. That's all. Believe, be determined. There are so many other fields. As a database administrator, for me, if I want to explain to, or in basic terms, it's just like you have some information that you regularly need to get when necessary. Somebody has to sit at the background to make sure that that information is available when you need it. It's like, for example, she has given many other examples. You have to go, like, for example, in a bank, somebody for you to go and see your account and then see how much you have in that account. And then when you go, maybe say you swipe somewhere and you buy, and then there's a reduction, there is somebody who is making sure that that change is being affected in the system. And if it's either done manually or it's automated, but somehow somebody has to sit there and make sure that when you come for that information, you should get the right one. So that's basically that what we do as database administrators and many other things. Now in the process, there are things like what will make you a little bit frightful are the scripts or the codes involved. We are not code writers, so if you had to be with the codes, I will not be here talking to you that I'm a certified database administrator. No, they are other branches of the field who are in charge of writing the code. All you need to do is to make sure that the code is used and is used at the right time, and then those who are on the other end or the customers also, if in terms of business, making use of it and then being satisfied. That's all. And it is secure. That's another thing. That's all we do.
Amazing. Thank you. And then I'd like to hear from you now, Esther.
For me, database administration is giving is about customer and client relationship. Okay, you ask me for something, like you want to buy something, and I make sure you get it. Like for me, is patient getting the medication on time. Like they say at the bank, you're getting your information on time, what you need on time. But what I would say is just applying literally what you learn at Caritech. Just go do it over there. Just go sit down and remember what Miss Beltus taught you, what Miss Milton taught you. Like this past Friday, we were creating audit on our database. It was just exactly what it taught us in the classroom. Just apply what you learn from the classroom. Just apply it. There's people getting the data information. Make sure the tables are available. Make sure the developer can access this database. It's just like a client and customer relationship for me, being a database administrator.
Thank you so much. So listening to the three of you speak, three certified database administrators, I must repeat, it feels like database administration is so easy. It feels like it's just something that anyone out there can do. But let me get this clear. I would like to hear from you. How easy was the training process at Caritech? How easy did you find it, or how difficult? Let me start with Esther. You already had a bit of an IT background, so you came from an IT. Yeah, you had you did information technology. Information system. Yeah, you studied information systems, and now you were studying database administration. So I would like to know from you, how easy did you find this training?
For me personally, like even if you don't know anything about IT, it was pretty easy. Like I said, just listen to what they are telling you and practice, ask questions, and go do exactly what they teach you. Is as easy as that. If you have questions, call your instructor, ask questions, and you get the answer. You don't get the answer from them. They have a huge community. I love Caritech community. I've never been part of a community before, but when I joined, seriously, I just love the way you can get help when you need it. It's easy, just like me. I'll go back to my video, I'll rewatch them, I'll practice. That's what I do. Even when I was braiding, I'll be braiding. I used to chat with the customer, but when I started Caritech, I'll just put my video and I'll be listening so that when I go home, I'll practice. So for me, it is easy. That's how I learn. You learn, you practice, and practice and practice. For me personally, it was easy because what they are teaching us, it was in layman term what they are,
Amazing.
yeah, where they are teaching, and if you can just follow, pay a little bit attention, you will do great.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Esther, for that amazing breakdown of the training situation at Kelitech and how you found it. So, just to summarize what you said the training was hands-on. The instructors basically told you everything you needed to know, and then you just did it, and then it's working out for you now as a database administrator on the field. So, I'll just like to remind those who are coming in, we are receiving three amazing database administrators who are Elvis is coming from a social background, so he knew nothing about information technology before or prior to joining Kiawi Tech. Florence is coming from a nursing background. She loved her nursing but needed a change for herself, and IT was going to give her that change. So that's why she is a certified senior database administrator today. And we have Esther, who had training in information systems but never used it because she thinks the training in school was not a hands-on one. They just gave her theories without telling her how to go about it, and she wanted something that could actually show her the way, and that is what Kelitech IT did for her. And it took her from her hair salon to a firm as a senior database administrator. If that is not inspiring to you, I don't know what else can be. So what are you waiting for out there? Are you an engineer who is tired of leaving your home every day to go work on a site that you are not interested in? This is your chance. So visit our website, check on how to register, and most importantly, continue listening to these amazing stories we are telling here today. Share the information with your friends, share with your network, because you do not know how many lives you could change just by letting them know that Elvis went from a social worker to a certified database administrator today. And I would love to add, all these people you see here are in the six-figure family. We are not going to go into the details of how much they earn. You can Google that for yourself. You can Google and then you would know what I'm saying. So they are all enjoying six figures from the comfort of their home. How cool is that? How cool is that? So let us know in the chat where you are watching from. Let us know if you have any questions. Yeah, Zelda Carey, thank you so much for joining the stream. She says, turning dreams into reality. If you are still doubting, ask me, and we would definitely be asking you one of these days, Mrs. Zelda Karinda. Thank you so much for joining the stream today. She is one of our amazing success stories from Germany. She is equally moving from the nursing field into database administration. In fact, she moved from nursing to database administration, just like Florence, whom we have on the panel here today. So thank you so much for joining. Let us know if you have any questions for our panelists tonight. They are able to clear any doubt, because as you can see, they are a fair representation of the people we have out there, those who do not know anything about IT. If you're thinking about the training at Kelitech IT, let me just remind you, we have no age limit. We have no academic requirements. We don't need you to have a bachelor in whatsoever. You can just come to us as virgin as you are, and we would format you into the database administrator you want to become. So our contact is right there on the screen. Contact us today. Let us change your story. And in the stream, we equally have Amadov Jack. Hey, Jack Solo, welcome to the stream. An academy like no other, life-changing academy, come one, come all. And that is Nairobi, Kenya. Thank you so much for joining the stream today. Share with your friends. Oh, you are watching from the Emirates. Whoa, this is amazing. We are an international house today. So let us know where you're watching from. Let us know what you want to know, what you want demystified about IT. And our experts right here will give you first-hand information. They will let you know how possible, just how possible it is for you to move from anywhere, just anywhere, to becoming an IT expert in 6 months, as promised by the Kiawitech IT Academy. So once again, continue to share the stream with your friends. Feel free to drop questions in the chat, and we are gonna have them answered for you this evening. So we are going to go. We were with you, Esther. I think we can go to Elvis right now. Elvis, can you? I'd like to hear from you now. I mean, how difficult or easy did you find the training at Kiawitech IT Academy?
Oh, I'll start with the difficult part before I come to what made it easy for me. Like I'd already started explaining earlier, I started my studies while in Cameroon. The challenges, because it's an online study, and one of the challenges was the internet, the and then I started seeing things that I felt like I was in a different world when it comes to code. Because one of the things that will discourage you from the beginning when you're doing these studies is when you start seeing scripts in the process. It looks like it's very discouraging. But then there is one thing, like I said, and I think I want to go by what Esther said, is the community. Kiawitech Academy is not just a training academy. They are not just out to train you, and then you maybe say you pay your fees and then they train you. Whatever happens to you is not their business. The Kiawitech, from my understanding, was formed from a vision where even the CEO was not a database administrator, but he was able to transition from a different technical field to a database administrator, and then now decided to share its experience and push all of us. So that idea, that's the first training you get from Kiawitech, how to belong to a community that will push you to your expectations. So when I started seeing that as some kind of rocket science, one of the things that pushed me beyond that and then lifted me from being discouraged to today being what I am was how it was organized. You had people, like I said earlier, who encouraged you and give you details and give you directives from their own experience, starting with pre-study groups. When you go through those pre-study groups, you are now part of a class or a training, depending on which of the schedules you choose. Through those schedules, you are made part of some groups. In those groups, you will be assigned mentors or trainers who will encourage you and then look for some of those weak points of yours and encourage you or direct you on how to overcome them. When you are done with that part, you go through the training. After 6 months, you have another 2 months of intensive boot camp preparing you for the job. And you have mentors who are in the field who come to teach you on daily basis or encourage you or drill you on how to handle the job. So practically, you are not there just to study generally, but you have people to guide you every step of the way. That's actually what made me succeed in this program. Or for me to say I am a database administrator today, it's not just my study through Kiawitech or the technical study. It's the fact that Kiawitech IT Academy is a community that wants everybody in it to succeed as far as this program is concerned. So that is how I was able to demystify the whole thing in my system entirely. And I would like to say one of the best things for anybody out there who is hoping to be part of Kiawitech, and I pray you do that just now, or you have yourself to regret, or in any case, I know that you do it and then come back and thank us for telling you more about this, is that be sure to meet someone who may be at the same level with you as far as the IT world is concerned, or even less, but you see how that person will walk through the process and you'll be encouraged. Like Florence said, there are so many people. I saw some people from the nursing background. I saw some people who are coming from the commercial field, and so many other backgrounds who, in my widest imagination, I would not have ever believed that I would ever see them in the process. but I saw them succeeding, and I was like, okay, if these people can succeed, how will I be able to succeed too? So when I got to them, they will tell you that this is all you do, this is all you do, and it's very easy. You have people who are there to encourage you. That's all I'm trying to emphasize on. No matter how challenging the technical aspect may be, because it's a continual. One thing we should understand is that even though we are database administrators today, we still study. It's a continuous process. Technology keeps evolving, and when you get into this field, be sure to study, but make sure you enjoy the process. That's all I can say.
That's a powerful one. Study, but make sure to enjoy the process.
Exactly.
So, I mean, just
because it's so much, the reward is worth it. That's
your reward is worth it. Of course, I mean, when you're sitting on a six-figure or on a six-figure sit, what else? What else, guys? Do not underrate yourself. Do not underrate yourself. You can be anything, any day. The difference between you and this amazing DBA sitting on the six-figure seat today is that they took a decision which you haven't. What are you waiting for? Take that decision today. You can go from your breeding salon like Esther and become a database administrator, an expert, senior database administrator, earning six figures with no prior IT knowledge, with no prior background, no prior degrees. Kiawi Tech does that for you. It takes you from any point in your life to this expert seat. So contact us, guys. This would be life-changing for you. And I mean, our panelists agree to that. So I would love to welcome the new people joining us. I can see Georges Dassou from Lomé, Togo. Bienvenue, monsieur. C'est un plaisir de vous avoir. Bonsoir.
That's my brother. That's my big brother.
Oh, wow. It's a pleasure to have you. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're going to be joining or have joined, or I mean, I hope you make him transform his life, Esther. You know better.
You will.
Definitely. You're most welcome to the stream, Mr. George. Share this information with your friends. Your sister is a great lady. She's doing great things, impacting society, and we appreciate her so much. Thank you so much for joining once again. We also have a lovely Mosume. Mr. Beba, I see you. Oh, that must be your contact. Thank you so much for joining, Loveline. I hope you've shared the stream with your friends. Mr. George says thank you so much. It's a pleasure, with all pleasure. Esther is already coaching me. Yes, and that's what we are talking about.
Exactly.
She is our ambassador, and you see, what better ambassador can you hope for than one whom you've taken from her previous point to the point where you want everyone on the planet to be. So take her coaching sessions seriously. Believe me, you would return to thank us someday, somehow. And it's a pleasure to have you on the stream once again. So without further ado, we are going to move right over to Florence to tell us how easy or difficult did you find your training at the Kiawi Tech IT Academy?
Yeah, so far it was very easy for me because I understood every subject, everything that was taught. I made sure I understand it. I also have sometimes there's something I don't understand. I'll first of all go to Google. Google is there. Who is my go there? Google it. And if I still don't get what I'm looking for, I'll go to my class page. I'll go there. We have Zoom sessions, we work through our problem, and try to see how we can solve it. But if still the solution doesn't come out from that meeting, I'll now take it to my instructor, which will definitely provide me with solutions. So just research, try to do a lot of research on your own. Don't just rely on the teacher. But when you research on your own, you tend to understand it more than 2 years. But if you try to do it and it doesn't work, you always have your classmates and your teachers to go back. So definitely give it.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I mean, I think you three have tackled my next question. My next question was going to be, what is the best thing about Kiawi Tech IT Academy? Florence, you have just said the community. Esther agreed it was the community, and Elvis agreed the same thing, the community. And I would love to take this point or this time to talk about our community. The Kiawitech IT Academy, like you've heard from our panelists this evening, is not just an IT training school. No, we are more than that. We are a community. We consider ourselves family. We take you from point A to point B, but we do not drop you in the waters. We do not let you test the waters by yourself. We are there testing the waters with you. When it gets hot, we are all hot in it together. It is a community. We ride or we die together. We hold each other's hands and walk them through every difficulty, making sure that they turn out to be or remain nothing but the best wherever they find themselves. That's why they all continue to be our ambassadors. We are in the same community together. We do not forget each other. So from batch 1 of Kiawitech to batch 13, everyone is in the same community. We have experts, we have our CEO, we have so many experts in the field that there must be one person who knows about the problem you are facing right now. So join not only Kiawitech, the school, but join the community, and you would return to thank us. So that's amazing. Someone was asking if there's going to be time for general questions, and I'd just love to say you can drop your questions in the comment section, and then our experts here will give you all required answers. So unfortunately, we do not have the opportunity or to bring you all on screen, but type your questions here. We would highlight them and resolve everything for you. So thank you so much for assisting in the comment section, Mrs. Zelda Kalinda. It's a pleasure having you. Thank you so much for the assist. Thank you so much, everyone in the comments. We appreciate you just being here, sharing with your community. I mean, this is like a gold mine. The Holy Book says, "My people perish for lack of knowledge." You might be wallowing in your job, not knowing how to move it forward or how to make things better or how to improve your situation, but there is someone out there who knows how. You can do it just like that with the twinkle of an eye and change your life. And that is why we are right here, making sure that we bring these stories to your doorstep so that you see just how easy it might be for you to move from wherever. I mean, Esther moved from a hair salon, guys. Come on now. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? I mean, besides the fact that it was hair salons, you make a lot of money. But how much is a lot of money? How much is a lot of money? Are you $1,000 worth? 10,000, 20,000, 100,000? I mean, you rate yourselves and judge. If you want to stay where you make one, that's up to you. But you have a choice to join the six-figure family today, and we are giving you that opportunity right here, right now. You can register right now at www.kiawitech.com, and I'd like to remind you, there is no age restriction, there is no special academic requirement. You do not need to have prior IT information, IT knowledge, or IT skills. We take you from scratch wherever you are. Mathematician, geographer, literature, whatever background you have, we don't care about that. We don't care about your degrees. Just come as you are, and we would make you a certified database administrator in no time. So I'd like to thank you, our panelists. Thank you, Elvis. Thank you, Florence. Thank you, Esther, for all your time and stories this evening. I just want to see if there are any questions in the chat. And while that happens, I'd love to ask one question. I mean, I think we've passively answered this question by talking about the Kiawitech IT community.